morning, good morning, good morning. I always think of Robin Williams in that movie with Vietnam. Good morning. I don't remember how he does it. I miss Robin Williams. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to your good morning cup of divine flow, my beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel for those who are new. I really truly hope you learn a lot, and if you actually watch all my videos, which I hope you do, it may just blow your mind, wake you up, and allow you to heal and ascend with the rest of us, which excites me through and through. Either way, I hope you find something you enjoy, experience. There's a lot of different things on my channel, so there's really something for everyone. So welcome. Thank you for becoming part of my family. I'm excited to have you stay, and I love you all unconditionally. It is I, Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an ascension master and a master healer and a divine guide. A goddess too. I am a different kind of being. I'm not a starseed. I'm not a light worker. I am the one who brought about the ascension for the earth. So, really cool things here, really cool discoveries, really cool movements. Okay, we do guided messages. I like to contact spirit. I like to be in the flow as much as possible. And so if that means you guys need healing meditations, I do those. If you need any kind of messages, I do those. If you need to see my face, I do those. I like to do things out of my joy and what is best for the collective whole. Okay, so you will find them. If you don't enjoy guided meditations, I also do Hertz music as well. All channeled and there for you to heal and grow and awaken. And I also do murder mysteries, where I like to channel what happened to people in order to free their souls from the collective whole. So, welcome. Those who've heard that spiel 1,000 times over, thanks for listening again. All right. So today I'm going to bring you a little bit of a daily message. Okay? Good morning, cup of divine flow. Daily message. What's coming for today? It's Resurrection Week. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. It is Resurrection Week. And if you guys think it's a coincidence, listen to this. I just realized this morning. So on the 13th, I am activating Christ's light within the heart space and the green rays. Okay? So we are bringing heart's light into God's light into the heart. The return of Christ for the real. Okay? I've been doing it. This is who I am. I brought down the light. Now we're activating it in the heart space. And this week is also Easter. Okay, don't they say the return of Christ or something will happen around then? I don't know. I'm not biblical. But I realized that is happening this week. So I am activating Christ light within my workshop. If you wish to join that, you can do so. You will be giving a modality if you do so, in order to heal people with the green rays, the different color rays, as you do these workshops, and Christ light. It's a big deal, okay? Not only that, you will be healing, and you will also receive Christ light within your heart space before the collective whole, okay? So we are doing that workshop on the 13th, and then I think Easter is the 17th. It is Resurrection Week, okay? 3:33, right when I said that. I've also seen 2:12. Resurrection Week ahead. Okay. Anything needing to be reborn or renewed or new beginnings is starting this week. It is all about resurrection. Okay. Resurrection of what once was dead, including the twin flames. All of these kinds of things are coming into the energy. Okay. It is Resurrection Week ahead. So, let's see if there's any channeled message they want you guys to know before I do pull the cards. I am a master, but I do enjoy pulling cards, so that's what I do. I use them for myself. You will notice, however, I will deliver messages before I pull the cards. It's just another way of validating and adding extras that they wish us to know. Okay? So it's kind of cool here. You're going to get a wide gamut. I don't just do simple messages, though, okay? They're very detailed, so I recommend you pay attention to all that I say. Okay, from beginning to end, unfortunately, right? I think it's fortunately. I like what I have to say. All right, anywho, it is a Monday. Am I supposed to be in a good mood on a Monday? Well, I think so. Anyways, all right. And so I actually just got a song in my head. That's what I was listening. It's Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Mama, I'm coming home. Yeah, that's a good one. Kind of funny how that's playing in my head right now, and I just talked about the return of Christ light and what's coming up this week, right? Because Mama, I'm coming home. And Mama, I have him in my head really wailing it. Ooh, I wonder why Ozzy Osbourne's in my head right now. I'm really thinking of him big time. I don't know what's going on with him. I feel like he's got one step going towards the other side, unfortunately, and I don't know why that's coming through. I hope that's not the case. Okay, so anyways, let's move on from that. I hope that's not the case. I will be working on the missing persons of Bob Saget. If I don't get it done today, it will be posted this week. Okay, it may not be on a Mystery Monday. I think I might just change those from that day just because it's a lot of pressure. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it really in the flow. But my next murder mystery is what happened to Bob Saget. Okay, so I am going to start working on that. Hopefully I can get it out today. We shall see, my friends. I usually like to put a lot into them and channel them a couple times. And I just thought about doing him yesterday, so we will see what's coming. But it will be on Bob Saget. I'm going to start working on it right away. Because something is awry. Something is just not right there. It's just not quite right. Alright, Spirit. So is there any other messages? Is there any angel that wishes to come forward? And what cards do you have for us today? Ooh, Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael doesn't come forward very often. At all. He does not work with people usually. Unless it's something major coming into play that deals with death and rebirth. Okay? And being that it's Resurrection Week, that's not surprising to me. Archangel Azrael is all about death, but it's all about rebirth, right? Because with death is rebirth. We don't really die. Nothing really dies. It just becomes reborn into particles, into the air, into the earth, into their spiritual self. So, look at death as being reborn, okay? But that is definitely coming up this week, so let's see what Azrael has to say. When I first met Archangel Azrael, I had just had my awakening. And he was with me big time, and I thought it was because my dad had died, and I was healing that. And going internal in myself and just following my guidance is what sparked my Kundalini awakening. It was a major one, too, that I couldn't have even guessed was coming. Archangel Azrael was around me all the time, and I somebody told me that in a healing, and I'm like, what is that? Why? And I truly believe it was because I was waking up and my old self was dying, right? I was being rebirthed, reborn, awakened, and I had to have pieces of me die in order to do so, also to help me transition the death that was going on. Okay, so Archangel Azrael is really good at helping help us navigate rebirth and death. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, excuse me. He is saying, I am a mysterious one, here to spark a brand new day. The change and tides are on their way, miracles in place in every way. Listen to your heart's desires. Pay attention to your heart this week. It is very important to allow what needs to go, and to align with the light of the one. For it is time this week. It is time to rise in the light of the one. The resurrection has already begun, and it is time to allow what needs to go in a collective whole, as well as from the light of the sun. the only way for you to receive in ease and grace the lights that are coming through. If you do not wish to work with the vessel I am using in this current moment, your best bet is to take your time and allow the emotions to flow through, for it will be a very emotional time for all of you, regardless if you wanted to or not. Emotions come to let energy flow. When we block them, we block the flow. You will not receive the light of the one until you can acknowledge this and allow the changing as it already has begun. Take your time. Feel the flow. Embrace the changes upon us at this time. For I am a magnificent one, just like all of you. Tune in to the frequencies of the sun to receive the codes of the one. Piece by piece, energy movement by energy movement, thy will be done. In due time, you will all receive the light, if you are able to do so. You must, however, allow the pain, the confusion, the uncertainty to flow. Do not hold on to the past. That is detrimental at this time. Do not hold on to the past of the collective whole. Do not try to hold on to time. It will only hurt you. For resurrection has already begun. Thank you for hearing me. For it is I, Azrael, the angel of mercy. So much love to all of you. Oh, holy crap, balls. Sorry guys, I did not expect that. Whoa. Oh, let me adjust out of that, okay? Whoa. He's quite an energetic angel. Oh, hang on. I was literally trying to receive a message from him, and the next thing I know, I was like talking him. I was him. I felt him. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, we're going with this. So I didn't expect that. And then I keep getting that song. I don't care about the sunshine, yeah. Ooh, 13:33 right when I said that. 'Cause mama, I'm coming home. All right, you guys, that was quite the intense message. I have tears all down my face. Whew. Oh, I was not expecting that one. I love doing that, though. I do not mind. And Archangel Azrael is very beautiful. Oh my gosh, his power is quite magnificent and kind. So if you ever have anything you're dealing with, I feel like this week it would be a good idea to call on Archangel Azrael, Azrael, if you need him, if you feel heavy, if you're dealing with loss of any kind. He is definitely in the air for this week. Okay, so is Archangel Gabriel, which is all about justice, karma, and God's light. Okay, so two powerful angels you can call upon this week to help you deal with these changes of time. I don't even really fully remember. Oh shit. Excuse me. well, one of these cards I don't really care for. To me, it's like the tower moment of this deck. And then this one also. Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. 13. Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. This is divine intervention is what I'm hearing. Somebody is not paying attention to the divine, and so they are currently in a major upheaval of divine intervention. It is super important to deep dive into a task. Okay, when you are given a task, deep dive into that. Don't think about anything else. Just dive in, allow the flow to flow. Go with that flow. Listen to what you need to listen to and do what you need to do and get it out there very quickly, because 10 is about new beginnings, my friends. All right, so sometimes we are given a task when it is time to really take on that task. The moment is now. The moment was 10 months ago. That's what they're saying. This one is not cute. I don't like this card. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. I got this card one and only time. Okay, and I don't like this. And they're saying this is not for me, so I'm like, oh, thank God, because I don't like this card. Because when I pulled this card for me, it was in the beginning of my twin flame journey, and I had let this guy, he was a, I don't know, card reader, energy healer on Facebook, and his name was like Chris something, and I got a reading from him, and he convinced me that my twin flame was just simply a karmic relationship I needed to clear. And so I moved on, and then I pulled this card. And that was the most painful experience I have ever had in my life, is my twin flame journey. It has. So let's just put it this way. When you make choices against spirit, there are consequences, my friends. Okay? We may think we have free will. We have free will, but I've talked about free will several times over, in that you have free will, but are you coming from your wounded self? Are you fully aware of the choices you're making? All of this goes into play. Okay, just like when you die and they do a heart review, sometimes we do things we don't want to do. Sometimes we do things that is not matching our heart space. And don't you think God takes that into consideration, my friends? Yes. But in everything we do, there is a reaction. Okay, so if you go against spirit, your consequences are quite large. And they're telling me to pull one more card, and I'm going to read into, or grab the other card, and I'm going to read into this a little bit more. Cosmic Wound, the Divine Feminine. Cosmic Wound, the Divine Feminine. So, whoever this one is pertaining to, these consequences affect the collective whole. Not only are these consequences going to affect you, but they affect the collective whole. When you have a call and you refuse it, there are consequences that affect the collective whole. At this time, especially. Okay, for some of us. For some of us, we have really big purposes at this time. I'm like, I don't like this card. I can't stop. To me, this is like worse than any tarot card, tower card I've ever pulled. I really don't like that card because the consequences can be quite painful. Okay, they can be quite painful. They can be jarring. They can even take your soul. Right? If you're given a task, just dive in. Don't think about it. If you're doing the task, don't worry about any consequences. Just dive in and do the work. It is very, very, very crucial and important at this time, because we are affecting the cosmic womb, the collective whole, the divine feminine. The divine feminine is supposed to rise because of the divine masculine. Okay, it's a big deal. And if you're refusing your call, there are very bad consequences. I'm like, I didn't do it. What did I do now? They're like, it's not you. It's not you. I'm like, okay. Some of these messages are like, listen up. I'm like, okay. Ugh, stressful. I don't like that one. Just as much as I didn't like the Fallen Angel card. Those two are my least favorite cards of this deck. They really, truly are. This is somebody not listening to their divine guidance. And you're affecting in a very bad way the divine feminine, the cosmic womb, and the collective whole. There are dire consequences to those choices, not only for you, but for multiple people. So it's like being a mass murderer, basically, right now. Because when you have a task where you affect multiple people and you choose to refuse the call, you're literally not only hurting your soul, but you're hurting the souls of all. So your best bet is just to deep dive into whatever is coming your way. Do it. Don't think about it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste others' time, and stop hurting the collective whole. Okay? Right now, it's super important, because when you have a task and you have a purpose like this, it's not a joke. This is ascension. Okay? Everything we do is affecting the whole. And by the way, why wouldn't you want to step into true love or your life's purpose or listen to your guides? Like, what is so dire about that? Nothing. You're coming from a place of old wounds that don't freaking matter anymore. Let's grow up. Let's grow up and let's do what we need to do, and let's take care of business for this freaking ascension and the collective whole. Be responsible. Be the king. Be the queen. Be the person you're meant to be. Because let me tell you something. Being blinded is no excuse to hurt yourself, let alone multiple people. All right, so let's pull some of these. I didn't expect that to be the message, but that's what it is, so I got to give it, okay? That's what's in the energy today. This is your daily message. I really like the channel message from Azrael. He does not come forward often, you guys. Oh, they're saying these two are stuck together, but they're saying both of them. So, okay. Azrael comes in very important times. You're going to keep hearing the Aussie song. I don't care about the sunshine, because Mama, I'm coming home. Right? And this tells me everything about the sunshine, and as above, so below, thy will be done. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. It's like returning to the light of the one. Returning to love. Returning to love in the whole. So be very mindful. Okay, I would listen to your call. Like right now, it's no longer about, oh, are you sure? It's like, dude, your consequences are getting quite large. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Okay, this is co-creation at its finest. We are all connected. We are all connected. Everything we speak, feel, experience, and put out there comes back to us tenfold. And to others too, okay? Micromanaging the universe is about being mindful to not try to control any of the movements. Don't try to control the outcomes or when things come through. But make sure you are using the powers of the universe to benefit you, okay? Because we create our reality tenfold. So if you're thinking of, oh, this isn't going to be good, this is going to be that, this is going to be that, you're lying to yourself. You're creating that scenario, and you're creating consequences. And not only for you, but for the whole. Okay. Some of us have a double mission, meaning in this ascension, we have woken up to something else, a different purpose. Okay, we have more than one mission here. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Sometimes we simply must step into who we are, our light, our magnificence, our gifts, and our talents in order to help the world. And this one needs to go with consequences. There's a lot coming through here today about consequences and choices and actions and how much we need to take on our purpose and help change the world in a positive way. But this one comes when we're crossing the line into consequences. Doesn't mean you can't quickly come out, though, they're saying, but you better do it now, okay? Inner Earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Inner Earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. I want to tell you something about this Feast of Plenty. They're wanting me to tell it, okay? There's more here than meets the eye. There's more going on than most of us simply can understand. That's why it's super important to deep dive into a task, even if it's something new that you don't quite get, because from spirit, they're not going to lead you awry. Okay, your job is to learn. Your job is to understand what you're doing, understand what's going on, understand how they communicate, do the research, do your job. But to deep dive into that task, deep dive into just following what you need to do because it's obvious something's going on in the world. Right now, we don't have time to be a dream thief, right? To not hear the call. Because in that, we are affecting the collective whole, the divine feminine in a very big way right now. We're still out of balance. And if that balance is not corrected, it's not good. Okay, so if you are getting a nudge from spirit and you're not listening, let's just say I would listen now. All right? Even if you don't understand. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. That one speaks for itself. You will survive this, my friends. There are new solutions and new beginnings. Okay? If you're like, oh crap, I'm ready to deep dive, I would do it now. Okay? It's time to grow up. That's what I keep hearing. It's just time to grow up. I love you all, but it's time to grow. This is Spirit's message. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't know you. I don't even know who this is for. This resonates with somebody for sure. Okay? At least one person. There's multiple messages here. Your best bet is to deep dive into that task. Allow the waters to carry you where you need to go and just do it. And then allow everything to unfold as it's going to unfold. Period. The Great Serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Wow. I've never pulled this card before in this deck. I've had this deck for 2 years. So, the resurrection this week, going into the heart center with Christ's light, is really big deal. Okay, and so it's not a coincidence that this card is coming up. Archangel Azrael is coming up. Mars energy, anger, conflict. We are softening those to love, right? Softening those to love. And that's also part of that refusal of the call. Healing can be heavy. Sometimes we want to avoid things that we feel. And that was that message, right? From Azrael. Didn't he have a message of that? That would be the worst thing for you to do at this time, is to stop the healing, to stop feeling things, and to block the flow. Because it's rising into God's light. Christ has returned. I know this for a fact because I've done it. And I've been activating it. And when I do it, it makes me feel like I have the flu. I know how powerful these energies are. I know the stuff that's happening right now is not normal. This is something they've talked about for years and years and years. It's not like we have a manual, okay? The only thing you need to do is listen to the guidance, allow the energy to keep flowing, and keep working, okay? Keep moving. Deep dive. That's why you allow the water to take you away. If we stop and think, we're screwed. If we stop and ponder, we're screwed right now, unless it's time to just allow things to integrate, right? Constant being in the flow. They told me that too. They're like, get in the flow now. I'm like, okay. It's a big deal, you guys. This week ahead is a really big deal. The energy even today is a really big deal, okay? This is not a small thing. It doesn't even have to be something on the physical plane. I think there is things coming on the physical plane for the collective whole and individual as well, but energetically speaking, emotionally speaking, consciously speaking, it's a really, really big deal, okay? You will see the movement. You will see these changes. You will feel these changes, whoever you are and wherever you're going, okay? And then that Ozzy Osbourne song is coming back again. I don't care about the sunshine, Mama, I'm coming home. That's refusal of the call. Like, I don't care about the sunshine. I give up. I'm coming home. Don't give up. Because you're affecting the divine whole. wouldn't want a task that's big in this ascension. Most people would give anything for that. Why would you want to refuse that call? Don't refuse. Look at these cards, are beautiful, other than the Feast of Plenty, right? Now with the Feast of Plenty, they're also talking about when you do listen to the call and you follow the guidance and you do it without thinking and you deep dive into that task, you will have good consequences. So this card is not just about bad things, and that's what they're telling me. Okay, this also represents good consequences coming your way. All right, I'm going to actually look that card up because I never have. There was one left. I don't look cards up. I'm a master healer, so I read a little differently. So again, that's what I was trying to say. It's also about blessings, okay? So a great feast is laid out before you and it requires you to choose. So this actually is talking about a choice, right? There is a choice ahead of you, okay? So that's why I'm like, wait a minute, let me get my personal energy out of this card. Because when I pulled that card, for me, it was not a good thing. It had to deal with my twin flame, 3111. Spirit's happy I'm doing this. So I'm going to remove my emotions from this really quick, okay? And that's why I'm going to change that card in that direction. Because they are telling me that there's also good things here, okay? You absolutely have a choice. And either way that choice goes will be affecting the divine feminine and the cosmic womb, okay? So you can refuse the call, which will not be a good consequence, or you can choose to listen to the call, deep dive into the task, great consequences and so much abundance and feasts of plenty. And either way, you're affecting the divine feminine. Do you want to rise the divine feminine and allow them to heal, or do you want to create a mass imbalance and heartache along the way? I mean, that's really your choice, okay? You are faced with a plethora of options right now, and while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. Ooh, so that's another part of it. Don't become off balance by too many choices. That's also why it's deep dive into the task without thinking. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice now. Don't debate the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. That's okay. See, that's why I had to get my self-muck out of this one. In the choosing is the seed of experience, and that is what is necessary now. Sour, bitter, sweet, or savory. What matters is really relishing the experience until you digest all that your choice is offering you right now. Only one warning. Avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. So if another choice, and this goes with that redo timeline, if you are now being given the same choices you were before, and if at once these similar choices left you in pain, be very careful not to make the same decision. If something didn't feel good or didn't bring you something promised, do not choose that again. The experience will only repeat itself, and you will have more than a bad taste in your mouth, okay? The feast is yours to enjoy. You can always go back for more when you're hungry again, for life's blessings are ever available to you and calling your name, okay? So that's kind of why I wanted to remove my muck out of there, because I know it can go either way. That one can be good or bad, and right now you are given a decision to make that will either give you good or bad consequences, and I would be very leery to make the same mistake twice. Do not do it, because you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting the divine whole, okay? The cosmic womb, the divine feminines. So don't make the same mistake twice. I won't, and I didn't. And I wouldn't. Be very mindful, because those consequences, oh my gosh, can they hurt or kill you, because I almost died. That's why I got like really weird with that card. I'm like, oh my God, those consequences almost killed me and broke my heart into millions of pieces. So be very mindful of your decision. Okay, if you are given a choice, I would deep dive into that task and not refuse the call. No matter what your choices are, deep dive in and don't refuse the call. Go with the call, okay? Don't make the same mistake twice. Shame on you the first time, shame on me the second, okay? Breath of the cosmos. Don't try to micromanage. Go with the flow and allow miracles to unfold. But this also talks about co-creation, okay? So we are the ones here in the physical vessel able to do the things, and Spirit can kind of lead you the way, all right? So use it. Co-create with Spirit. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions are beginning. Okay, so no matter what happens this week in the collective whole or inner selves, or even today, you will survive it. All right? It is truly, like Azrael said, it is time to soften these things of anger and conflict into love. Okay, and you can only do that by making choices a different way this time. Make a different choice. Design your world a different way. Don't fall into the trap of refusing the call and having negative consequences. The choice is always yours, but you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting the whole. What a beautiful message. Thank you to Archangel Azrael. I did not expect to channel a message from him. Thank you to all the angels and guides for this beautiful message for this day ahead. And thank you to myself for allowing myself to come out of that emotion and focus on the reality and take control of those emotions. Because that's not always an easy thing to do, is it? But we can do it. So much love to all of you. What a crazy week ahead. I look forward to it. Lord, help us all. As above, so below. Bye-bye. Till next time.